Hey crafty friends, it's Andrea from Prairie Sky DIY, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Manitoba, Canada. Today we're playing with mixed florals and color inspiration. This came from a puzzle game I've been playing lately, and I don't know, there's just something about the colors that really inspired me, and I found it really calming. I had to take a screenshot and bring it into the craft room and see what it could be turned into. If you love to color, you like creative ideas that don't take a ton of time, and you just want to relax and enjoy the creative journey, make sure you subscribe so you're notified every single time a new video goes live. And if you like what I'm creating today, pop a like down as well, so I know what kind of content you keep wanting to see. Okay, so I'm stamping with Memento and coloring with our Stampin Blends, because even though I love that color palette, the idea of all of that color without some white was completely terrifying. I've got Cajun Craze, nope, not even close. Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, and Calypso Coral. As I said, Calypso Coral is the card base. And we're just going to pick up and do a little bit of coloring. I really like blends. They're alcohol-based, which is why you want to use a water-based ink when you're stamping your image. I messed up there, so I think we'll figure out something to do down there. It's all good. Mistakes happen. Not a big deal. Actually, yeah, no, So as you color with blends, because they're alcohol, they can kind of feather a little bit when you color, but it's not a big deal. Just stay in from the edges a little bit and try to avoid oversaturating. The more color layer you add, the more likely it is that it's going to spread. Oh shoot, I didn't grab a color for the center of our flower. We'll do... Lemon Lolly. Not part of the color palette, but it's inspiration, so we can zigzag if we need to. We're going to start with our light purple. When I do larger areas, I like to color in circles. That helps to ensure that you're not going to get marker lines as much, and it'll blend the colors a little bit better. And I always use the pen tip end. There's a brush tip and a pen tip, and I always feel like I have more control when I use the sturdier tip. Okay. And just because the colors that I use were listed on our sheet there does not mean that those are the colors that you use or have to use. If you've got a light and a dark shade of purple, a light and a dark shade of green, you can absolutely go ahead and use those for your creation. Inspiration is just that. It is use what you have, use what you love, and see where you end up. Okay, so there's that done. And then we're going to grab Garden Green, and I'm just going to hit a little bit of a highlight. Do right under the leaf with that. Just to give it a little bit of definition. And then I'm going to set these aside as I'm using them. Highland Heather. I'm just going to take this and do a little bit, whoops, under the flower. I kind of hit the petals a bit as well to offer some contrast. I'm not doing a ton, just enough to make it look like it works. And then we'll do the same here. Just a little. And I'm going to pull in our lighter one and just blend it a little bit. That's why they're called blends. This will help soften the lines and make it look like it belongs. All right. Then I think we'll stick with the purples for the flowers, and we'll do the little ones. This is actually light fresh freesia that I'm using. So it's not one of the purples, but it is a complementary one. And again, it's inspiration. So grab what you have, grab what you love, and go with the mood. I like how non-defined these lines are, so you can kind of just go with it. Definitely fits my crafting mood lately. All right, there we go. Lemon Lolly is what we're using for the inside of our flower. All right, so there is our flower done. I'm going to grab Reason to Celebrate, which is a new sentiment set. It's got tons of sentiments for a variety of occasions. I'm going to use, I don't know, something that's going to fit. I have no idea what I'm going to use. Let's do birthday. That one's fairly safe, and everybody always needs birthday cards. So we're going to hit happy birthday. If you wanted to, actually, do I have any of these colors on my desk that I can do? Probably not. I do have garden green. Maybe I'll stamp the sentiment in that instead of black today. And I'm just going to test it because I haven't used garden green in a while. Just want to make sure that it's not completely dried out. It could be darker, but I think it kind of fits the vibe of the card. So I'll just ink birthday. I love the sentiments that are separated because it gives you so much more freedom in how you position it. And it adds a little bit of interest. And stamping, not always in black, can be fun too. Okay, so there's our card done. I do need a little bit of bling though. Let's see what I've got. Ooh. These are retired, but a little bit of black goes a long way. These are the black matte dots, and there is a little bit of black in the inspiration photo. So I'm just going to pick that up. And we'll, oops. Oh my goodness. All right. There we go. Now, there's two choices that we can make with this. We can either tape it down and have it lay flat, or we can use dimensionals and have it pop up a little bit. I think I'm going to use dimensionals and have it pop up a little bit. But I'm going to use the outside edge because you can absolutely use every piece of the dimensional package. Because it is the same product and it works exactly the same way. So you might as well get as much mileage as you can. And normally for a smaller square or rectangle, I just do 4 corners because this is a little bit bigger. The center gets a piece as well. All right, it's very dry here, so everything is staticky. And I think I'm going to do it slightly askew. Just make sure that it still stays on your base. So there's our card from our color palette inspiration. So you can go big, bold, and bright all the way across and use big swatches of color, or you can keep it fairly simple and pick the colors and just color your image with what is there. If you want more color ideas like this, more card inspiration, more creative play without being overwhelmed, stick around. If you'd like inspiration delivered right to your inbox, there's an email link down below. I send something out about once a week or so. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.